everyone, it's Kelly. Excuse my makeup free day. Every so often I like to go makeup free, just especially when it's hot, like in 90 something degrees, like it is today. So, just a kind of laid back day today. I did want to talk to y'all about intermittent fasting and keto and a healthier lifestyle and how it's helped myself and my other half. All of you know that during COVID, all of us gained a lot. A lot of us gained a lot of weight. I won't even tell you how much I gained. I will say that last year I was the heaviest I'd been since I was married to my ex-husband. That was 20, 30 years ago. Probably 20-something years ago. And I hadn't been quite that heavy in quite a while. And I noticed it when we went to a family member's graduation, and I had what I thought was a cute dress, and it was, but I saw pictures of me in that dress and realized how much weight I had gained and decided that was it. I need to do something about it. So I just want to say I'm no expert at intermittent fasting and keto, so please don't take my word for things. All I can tell you is how it's helped myself and my other half, and some of the good and bad about IF and keto. I think especially like if you're a diabetic, like my other half is, or you have like hypoglycemia, like I've struggled with over the years. Definitely talk to your doctor, but I will say a lot of doctors don't know about intermittent fasting. You would be surprised, and the health benefits of it. There's a couple books written by experts that I have read as well, that and my other half read, that really helped us out a lot. Now, when I started the whole intermittent fasting and keto, I started by a friend of mine turned me on to bulletproof coffee, and you can please research all this before you make any decisions. But I did not know that a lot of our regular coffees we buy have mold on them, microscopic. That's why a lot of us, especially those with acid reflux, have so many issues. So I started out buying bulletproof coffee and I read a book, The Bulletproof Diet by David Asprey. He had some really good information. I suggest you read it as well. So I started out with bulletproof coffee, MCT oil. I did get like bulletproof creamer because it's non-GMO, grass-fed. So I would make bulletproof coffee, which would consist of the coffee, the creamer, some MCT oil, and some grass-fed butter. And that's how I started. Well, and I started losing some weight, and then I kind of plateaued. Well, in the meantime, my other half had picked up a book called The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. I don't have that book to show you guys, but I have one of his other ones. And he also had picked up Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens, and I have that one here. This is Fast, Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. And he had learned about clean fasting. Clean fasting is where you fast for a certain amount of time. You can still have coffee and stuff, you just can't have anything with like sugar and things in it. Sugar, by the way, is very bad for you. I actually would recommend stevia if you do need to sweeten something. So, my other half had started losing weight. He was doing clean fasting. I started reading Jen's book, and I thought, I can't have my coffee without something in it. I absolutely had it in my head. Well, one morning I was getting ready to take his daughter to work, and I decided then and there I would try clean fasting. Drank the black coffee, excuse me, have an itch. And I'll be honest, and this is also going to depend on the type of coffee you have. I do recommend getting better brands of coffee. We get Coffee Mania here in upstate New York. That's what we buy. We don't buy the store-bought. But if you can do bulletproof coffee, like I want to go back to that at some point. But if you can do Bulletproof Coffee, they have really good coffee as well. And I do believe they also have K-Cups. But I started doing that. We started kind of doing a mix of intermittent fasting and keto. And honestly, guys, all intermittent fasting is everybody's probably thinking like I did at first, oh my God, that's so hard. I'm going to starve myself, blah, blah, blah. But I'll be honest, it's not starving yourself. It's basically, say, I'll give you guys an example. I would stop eating like maybe 6, 7 o'clock at night and have no alcoholic beverages, no food, no nothing. And then I might eat again, when I wake up, or I would eat maybe at 10 o'clock in the morning. But in the meantime, I would have my black coffee. Well, I started noticing my weight really started going down. And we started, incorporating some healthier choices, because again, my other half's diabetic, so we have to be really careful what we eat. I have found a lot of great keto-friendly recipes that are really good for all of us, especially for him, which upcoming videos, I'll kind of show you guys the recipe cards and tell you how I made them. And the great thing about keto and intermittent fasting is you can tweak it to your lifestyle. Like for a long time, I was able to fast 24 to 30 hours without a problem, and I felt great. But then I got on a medication where I have to take it in the morning, and usually I don't eat till the afternoon. I'm not hungry in the morning, but I've had to start doing at least a yogurt, and we eat 2 good yogurt because that is low carb and sugar free. Again, better for my other half. And so I tweaked it a little bit, and I feel amazing. I'm looking better. Actually, I have a picture to show you guys. You would be amazed. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this very well. I'm trying to, well, you probably can't see it very good. But anyway, oops, wrong picture. Okay, that's me last year. That's me, June of last year. Almost 180 pounds. I know, I can't believe it either. Just doing a mix of the IF and the keto, I have lost over, I'm trying to find some more pictures here to show you guys of the difference. No, I don't know, that one might not be coming into that's me in November. But I will say, I had lost quite a bit of weight because I'd had surgery, so some of my weight went back down. But I'm trying to find a picture I took. But if you guys look, you can see it. I know it's kind of sunny. I don't know why that's not cooperating. I know these aren't coming out real well, but I mean, don't know how well you can see it because of the glare, but I mean, just look at the difference between, even like watching the video right now, look at the difference between last year and this year. It's incredible. The other book, especially those of you who are diabetic, that I think you really need to read is The Diabetes Code by Dr. Jason Fung. It's how to fight your diabetes naturally. Maybe even, I'm again no expert, but maybe even at some point get off the insulin. Now my other half's not on insulin, but he does have to take medication, and he always has to monitor his sugar. So that's something we're always watching out for. I'll also advise that drink a lot of water. If you're not a big water drinker, put some lemon in it, like squeeze a little lemon in it. I think they also have flavored waters that are non-seltzer, because I hate sparkling water. It's just not my thing. And just get ones that have flavor. I also like Life Water. because they have electrolytes in them. Now, we we have city water, but we have our own filtration system, so I use that, and I put electrolyte drops in it. But I do recommend, really, you guys, reading the diabetes code, reading fast, feast, repeat. Again, intermittent fasting isn't starving yourself. It's just giving your body a break from all that, all that stuff we put in our body. And let's face it, some of us, especially those of us with a sweet tooth, put a lot of stuff in our body that's not good for us. The great thing about intermittent fasting is for those who are like me, who like their wine, you can still have a glass. You don't have to give things up. You just have to kind of moderate. I mean, I holiday food during the holidays, and with the intermittent fasting, my weight has not spiked back up. It's stayed near a certain weight, which is what I want. I still have a little work to do because, I kind of got off the intermittent fasting for a little bit and my weight started climbing. So now I'm back into it and it's going down again. My goal is to not go up over 160 again, because that's of my bone structure is a heavier weight for me. I mean, I'm tall, but that's still a heavier weight for me where I can't even tie my shoes. My goal personally for myself, for my healthy self, is between 145 and 150. I'm about 155 right now, which is still good. That is not a bad weight for me. I just want to tweak myself a little more to be healthy. I have knee and back problems, so that's also a driving force for me on keeping the weight down and being healthier. So again, guys, intermittent fasting and keto has worked really well for me. I definitely recommend do your research. You definitely read Bulletproof Diet by David Asprey, read Jen Stevens, read Dr. Jason Fung. For you more scientific types, he's great. He's a little drier, so I think, but he had really good information. I like Jen Stevens because she's funny. Her books are funny, and I feel I can relate. But Dr. Fung has a lot of good scientific information, and he has some good stories to tell as well. So with that being said, I won't keep everyone too long today because I don't know where you are, but here it's gorgeous, a little hot. Got the AC running. But definitely, if you want to be healthy, then I really recommend trying the intermittent fasting. Just try maybe 8 hours of fasting. I started out small, like 8 to 10 hours. Eventually, like I said, I was able to fast for 24 to 30 hours. And again, I felt great. Well, absolutely great, and my weight really went down. And eating healthier. And the great thing I want to bring up about intermittent fasting is, and keto is, I know a lot of people are struggling right now, especially trying to buy groceries and things. With the intermittent fasting, now, I'm not saying eat all the carbs you want, and all the processed food you want, because I'll be honest, we try not to eat processed food. It's bad for you, like really bad. But with the intermittent fasting, you can kind of start out small. Especially those of you who have families. It's got to be hard. I mean, we have a family too. It can be hard trying to feed everybody. But that's where intermittent fasting is great, because if you give your body that break, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours, you're going to see the weight drop off. So research it, give it a try. Anyone has any questions, just ask them in the comment section below. Again, I want to clarify, I'm not an expert. I can only talk about my personal experience. Well, I hope everybody has a great day. Time to get back to my coffee. And have a blessed day, and I'll see everybody again at my next video. Bye, guys. See ya.